What's up, guys? It's Tuesday, September 8th, and I'm so excited for this video because I've been wanting to do a Q&A for you guys ever since I started my YouTube channel, I think a month ago. I'm gonna start out with just a little bit of background info about myself before I dive into the questions that you guys posted on my Instagram when I asked what stuff you guys wanna know. So, my name's Kelly. I'm 22 years old. I graduated with a bachelor's this past May 2015, and now I'm working as an academic researcher at a university, and I really love my job. It's a great position, and it's really nice to be out of college and the classes and stuff. In my free time, I like to obviously work out, I love to eat, I love to cook, and I love to sing. So we're gonna dive into the questions now. Let's do it. I got a couple questions about this. What is my favorite ice cream flavor? Love ice cream, so many flavors I love. This is kind of a tough question. Fun fact, I don't know why I always say it's a fun fact. This is just like a fact. I developed acid reflux and GERD, which is like reflux disease in your esophagus, when I was a freshman in college. When you have that, there are a lot of foods you cannot have. So I can't have chocolate. Oh my gosh, I was a chocolate fiend my whole life. I mean, who doesn't like chocolate? So all the chocolate varieties of ice cream I can't have, and it took me a long time to get over that, but my old favorite ice cream used to be chocolate fudge brownie by Ben & Jerry's. I miss it so much. But my current favorite ice cream flavor, I'm glad I kind of filmed this later because I would have never found this, is fried ice cream flavor by Hudsonville. I found it at a grocery store near me called Meyer. It tastes like churro ice cream, and I love anything with cinnamon. This ice cream is a cinnamon-based ice cream with honey caramel swirl and then little crispy tostada pieces. Tastes like churro ice cream. Get it. Next question is from Clean Eatin' Lisa. How do you stay motivated to work out, and how did you get into this kind of lifestyle? A little bit of background story about me is I was never a workout kid. Throughout my childhood, I didn't really do any physical activities except like normal playing outside. So I didn't really develop any of these fit habits, working out, being healthy inside and out. So I just didn't really know anything about this. And when I was 10, I developed anorexia, and that lasted till I was about 11 or 12 years old. So that spiraled into just restricting and binging habits all the way until college. And the summer after my freshman year of college, I was like, something's wrong. My eating is uncontrollable. I stuff my face and I can't stop. What's going on? I'm uncomfortable in my body. I want to start working out. So yeah, right after my freshman year of college, I just started adapting healthier habits, and I actually became paleo. And I did this because I thought clean eating was the answer. It was a huge trend, and since I had no knowledge of anything, basically I just dove right into it, and that was not so great. I felt very restricted by doing that, and because I have a history of eating disorders, it just spiraled into something else, more restricting and binging. But I also did learn how to work out, weight training, lifting, whatever you want to call it. I started really caring for my body, getting stronger, being more comfortable with my body, and that's not easy. And even until now, it's been a long journey to feel comfortable in my skin and really value my health, my mental health, my physical health, all in the same line. That's also how I stay motivated. I really want to be healthy inside and out, and I want to appreciate my body and feel like it's functional and enjoy food also. All these things, those are my motivations. Being comfortable in my skin, number one, along with being healthy. That's what keeps me motivated to work out, make sure my body gets moving, make sure I treat it right with food, and make sure I'm not restricting foods. I've seen what it does and what it has done to me to restrict foods. So, there we go. This is from What Sarah Ate. Best thing you've ever eaten. One memory you could relive. God, you guys are awesome at these. Okay, best thing I've ever eaten. Oh, geez. I feel like I say this on my Instagram all the time, like, oh, this is the best thing I've ever eaten. This is the best thing I've ever eaten, because I think so many good things are good. Most recently, I had the best cheese curds I've ever had, and I love cheese, and then I love fried food. Who doesn't like fried cheese? And they were like this big, guys. Okay, maybe not. That's an exaggeration. They were like this big, and it was almost like pizza dough coating with a wad of mozzarella cheese in it. It tasted like pizza without the sauce. It was insane. One memory I could relive is every time I've ever made a trip to Hawaii, and it's just like the most beautiful, calming place ever, and the food there is so good. I love Hawaii. Hawaiian food. Definitely moments I can relive is just being there on the beach. And I love going because when I'm on vacation, I have no worries, no stressors, and that's my time to really just enjoy. This is from Megmo7. What's my favorite place to shop for clothes? H&M. Everything is really cute and chic, and there's a lot of basics, and it's affordable. This is from H&M. This little necklace, it was like $3. Yeah. This is from Danae's Wadden, and I'm really sorry if I butcher any of your names, guys. I'm trying as hard as I can, but if you want to comment and correct me, totally fine, so I can say it right. How did you learn how to trust your hunger cues? I've had my physical hunger going crazy lately, but I worry it's all in my head or just dehydration. So this is something that I struggled with for a long time. How do you notice your true physical hunger cues versus other types of hunger or thirst? And your body is smarter than you think it is. And I know some people struggle with like never getting hungry and you have to feed your body, but for the typical kind of person who might be too worried about food and anxiety and not being able to trust physical hunger, you really need to actually focus on it. And it takes a lot of practice to see if you're really hungry. When I really try to notice my physical hunger, I do think, have I eaten yet? No. When's the last time I've eaten? Should I? Check in with your body. And when it comes to your physical hunger, you really need to honor it. Trust your body more than you trust your mind. I think a lot of people who have struggled with eating disorders like myself are really nervous to trust our physical hunger because we're afraid that if we're constantly hungry, we'll be eating too much and then we'll gain weight and we'll look fat, and all this anxiety kind of like tumbles on itself. That's been my experience for sure, and if you guys can relate to that, that's really awesome because I'm not alone, and I don't think I am. And that's also what I want you guys to know, is if you're struggling with food anxiety and not being able to see your own hunger and stuff like that, you're not alone. I think eating disorders have totally messed with our heads in terms of feeling hungry and not really. It takes practice, and that's all I can really say. Practice looking inside and feeling if you're hungry, honor it, feed your body. I know it's a little vague what I've been saying, but that's just kind of like what's been my process to understand my hunger cues. Okay, Tay_793 asked, do you have a specific workout split / number of days you usually work out per week and favorite breakfast food? I do not at all have a specific workout split or number of days I work out per week. I try to hit at least 3 days to work out, and this is totally different from before. I used to work out 5 to 6 or even every day of the week for a long time, but I've been battling for about 1.5 years because I totally ignored it. A lot of inflammation in the back of my shoulders and my rotator cuff, so most of my workouts can only be lower body or rehab exercises for my shoulders. And for some reason, my body, I feel like I personally feel my healthiest and look my healthiest for my preferences, and I don't mind not working out that much, and that's just me as a person. So I try to do 3 days a week at least, and I try to do functional cardio, plyos, lower body, and then the rehab exercises for my shoulders. And I really just try to listen to my body, like if it's tired or really sore, kind of hurting, I just do stretching that day or just do nothing. So that's just me. But before, when I started working out just in general, I worked out like 5 to 6 to 7 times a week, and I was definitely overdoing it, which is why I have all these injuries. And not like you guys are gonna get injuries. It's just, once again, that's me. And my favorite breakfast food, English muffins. Only limited edition flavored muffins with fat-free cream cheese, fat-free strawberry cream cheese, sprinkled with stevia and cinnamon. And then my protein coffee. But I like all breakfast food, but that's just what I have every day, basically, all the time. Or like, but I also love omelets and hash browns, eggs with cheese, and English muffin breakfast sandwiches, and pancakes and waffles. I could go on and on, but that's what I have like every day, basically, an English muffin. Ooh, I love this question. This is from Emily K17. Your grocery store dessert essentials? I always have fat-free Ready Whip, always on hand. That stuff's just good with ice cream. I think it like amplifies ice cream for me. I don't know, I've always loved whipped cream as a kid. Ice cream for sure. I have ice cream every day, guys, every day, whether it's the afternoon or at night, sometimes twice a day, as long as I'm in control of what I'm eating and making sure I'm not binging. It's fantastic to feel free and be able to eat what you want and not be nervous about it and not engorge yourself with ice cream. This is a really, really beautiful question. This is from Gemma Pell Franny. What do you like most about yourself? What makes you thankful for your body? I love that question because it's already implying this whole notion of self-love, and it has been such a long journey for me to actually love myself. Oh gosh, like even when I started my Instagram, I didn't love myself or my body. My whole goal was to change myself, change my body. And I guess it is good to have that motivation to want to change things about yourself, but doing it in a hateful way towards yourself, I wish I had not done that. But I mean, it is a big motivator to actually get in the gym, you know, get a good sweat on, change your eating habits because you're not happy with what you have right now. But I think that often changes to like beating yourself up and hating on yourself and shaming your own body. And I'm so happy that I become a person who's motivated because they love themselves. You know, I want to work out because I love my body and I want to be healthy. I love myself, so I want to eat healthy. I love myself, so I'm not going to restrict all these foods from me. I'm not going to restrict myself from having things I like, foods I enjoy. So what I like most about myself is my strength that I've gained from all my struggles. And I used to hate that I struggled from anorexia. I hated that I had this binging, restricting struggle. I hated that my body wasn't changing fast enough. I hated my body for a long time. And I really love that I've progressed. And I love where I sit right now, being able to love my body and say, hey, this is my body. Like, I can accept that this is my body and this is a body I have, and I'm gonna do the best I can to make it healthy, functional, and work for me. I'm so happy that I've gotten to this place, but it took so long, guys. So if you're in a place where you're not loving yourself, loving your body, make it a priority. It took me a year. I mean, ever since I was 10, I hated my body until even a year ago, or less than a year ago, because I always wanted to change it. I always didn't like where it was at, and all my struggles with eating disorders and my unhealthy relationship with food pissed me off. It really did. Every day I'd be like, why is this happening to me? Why do I have to go through this? And as I trekked through it and made strides, I was like, wow, you're a strong person. And all of you guys battling your struggles, whatever it may be, stressing with work, stressing to maintain friendships, working through a relationship, battling your eating disorder, trying to get through your humps of working out, you know, stuff like that. Every bit of progress you make is freaking awesome. So props to you guys. Seriously. And what makes me most thankful for my body is the changes that I've been able to make mentally. Thank you so much for that question. I really love it. I didn't want to make this video too short, guys, so I think I'm gonna split my Q&As into a few sections, and I'll post again on my Instagram if you guys want to give me more questions. I'm so happy to be able to chat with you guys and give you a little insight into my mind, into my life. So thank you again for watching. If you guys like this video, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you in the next video.
I'ma change your life, I'ma change it. I'ma change your life. I'ma change your life, I'ma change it. I'ma change your life.